All right, guys. So this is the breakout level I had for longs right here. This separate area, 227. If you like this for the pre-market, the only short area I had was a break to the downside of 400. But if we start building a base above this 4-hour key level, I can see this just starting to take off. So keep that in mind. All right. If we start to bounce this aggressively, this 4-hour key level right here, this could be another large move off the open. Okay. So that's my basis. That's my bias I'm using for the market open session. If we open up above 54, that's fine. I'll just use 54 instead. All right. So not a big deal if we start to push above here in the pre-market. I won't be worried too much about it. And vice versa. If we start to sell through to the downside and we get this set up to the downside, I'll just shift this over. If we get this set up to the downside, break of 400, obviously I would want to ride that into 349. That's a bounce area down there. That's where I'd want to ride it into and scale out by the time we've hit that. And just see if it can continue to flush it further to that next key level, right? If we can get that downside play. But if we don't get it, which again, we might not now that we've gotten a strong close above this 4-hour key level, that might be something to watch out for, right? This nice retest to the upside, scaling majority out of the position by 69 points. So that with your contracts at the open, because they're probably going to be very expensive. Okay. So I saw some people on Friday, their first QQQ trade, they paid way more than they wanted to. You got to look at the contract price before you buy them. You can't just blindly buy 10 contracts every day. Like you don't want to base your trades based on contracts. Okay. For options traders, you don't want to just say, oh, I trade 10 contracts. I just updated it. I don't know what it did. It deleted my thing. You don't want to say I just buy 10 QQQ contracts, because if the implied volatility is high, those contracts could be double the price what you're used to paying. And now you just went in with double the position size. And if that's a losing trade, that can really set you back mentally. Right? Financially, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, because you should just be like, okay, look, follow my system. Instead of recouping this back in one trade, it's going to take probably 2 really solid winners to make this money back, and that's okay. But mentally, that destroys a lot of people. They just cannot handle it. So that is something you want to think about when you're taking a look at that. All right. It's the contract price before you buy them. You do not just blindly enter contracts. All right. I'm going to get my contracts ready from the watch list here. Big gap down. We had a big bounce right off of my support level, like to the penny, to the absolute penny. I mean, that doesn't get any more accurate, really. I'm worried that we have a repeat of Friday's open. All right. I'm worried about that. That's what I'm worried about. So just keep that. What the heck is that? Just keep that in mind. All right. Keep that in mind as you watch. I'll just do it on NQ. Keep in mind as you watch this, because this is, we might see this nonsense again. Okay. We might see this nonsense again. Consolidation. Big moves happening in the pre-market. A lot of times when the big moves happen in the pre-market, okay, overnight session dump, followed by last night's bounce. You got some of this trade, great. If not, that's something you want to be paying attention to today, because you don't have any profits to play with. There's no profits you have to play with here. You're starting your day fresh. So just keep that in mind when you're taking some of these trades. I'm not saying like you just need to let fear rule your trading. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't be surprised if we consolidate and your net ROI today is super low because you got to trim at 15 points profit and then the trade came back to your entry and there was no other trade after that. That's all I'm saying. Don't come at it from the perspective of, wow, today sucks. There were massive trades in the overnights and pre-market session. I wasn't a part of them. And now I'm sitting here going, well, damn, what am I supposed to do? I wanted a 100-point trade. Because if you show up with that mentality, it can get pretty bad. Whatever I call out that I'm going to enter, if I'm entering into NQ, QQQ, I'll say NQ, QQQ longs. Like that's what you'll hear me say. If I'm entering in Tesla, you'll hear me say Tesla. I'll say the name of the ticker that I'm going into first. You know the levels I'm planning on buying at. remember, whatever you thought, how many contracts you were going to buy at the open for options, read the price before you buy them. If you're hesitant or you can't really do the math that quick, cut your size in half. The volatility is high. That means contract prices are high. All right. And that means they won't move that well. So if you normally trim at 20%, maybe trim at 15%. Okay. They're not going to move as well as they normally do. Got calls ready at the open here. QQQ calls. I mean, these are flying. These are flying. Going straight through here. Trimming right now on NQ, QQQ, guys. Gosh, those have absolutely ripped here. That's so fast. All right, 330 a contract, up to 355 a contract. Scaled out a good chunk of it right here. Absolutely beautiful trade so far. Go ahead and draw this out. Got a big winner right out the gate. Absolutely gorgeous. Big winner right out the gate. It's about 50 points profit right now. Stop loss. You can put your stops at entry now. Scaling out again up here. Beautiful. Beautiful. 398 a contract on that second trim. Absolutely gorgeous. Let this thing keep pushing. Let's see if we can get 100 points. This is that level I was concerned about. This is that level I was concerned about. We might either reject here, come all the way back down, or we'll tap 100. That's why we're majority out here. Come on, buddy. Absolutely beautiful, huh? Got that winner out the gate for you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Remember, majority out. Be majority out of the trade now. Again, we're concerned about 24,515. We're concerned about 24,515. That's what we're concerned about. That's where we might reject and come all the way back to the entry. Yeah. No, you guys like that? Monday morning? Oh, all my blinds are closed. It probably looks like I'm in a dungeon. Whatever. I'll just leave it. All right. We're majority out here at roughly 75 to 86 points in profit. This is pretty. That's 635 break. Tesla's about to hit this low too. I kind of want to go short here on NQ. It's not part of my plan though. It looks like it's so weak. Here's the deal. The only trade you could take really, if you want to go short here, you totally can at 426. Nice. There we go. There we go. Let it keep pushing to the downside here. Nice. Contracts are moving okay, the 592 puts, but I would also have my stop at entry on those. Don't let that go red. There we go. This is 53 points. I would shoot for 70 points roughly. 70 points. If obviously just adjust your P&L by 27 points, right? If you entered right here. That's the only adjustment you need to do on the retest that I was mentioning. Meta is flushing that 630 level, which is a key level. That's a really good sign. If Meta can close below that, you're in good luck. You're in a good position. You're in a good position. Just keep that in mind. All right. I'm not in Meta, but both of these, Meta and Tesla's taken a while. I've been watching the contracts on Tesla when I started mentioning how it was going to flush its pre-market low. But it's not moving how I would like it to, but at least it's not retracing back to its entry. Okay, there's that trim on NQ, guys. There's that next trim on NQ, 70 points profit. This is where I would scale out some more. Again, contracts aren't moving the best. Sadly, they're not moving the best. It's okay. This is roughly around 40% profit, but it is what it is. It's fine. 45% profit. All right. Now it would be majority out of the short trade. Majority out of this short trade. Now we can target 100 points profit for this next short trade. Get an aggressive bounce here. I would love to see us hold below. I want to see us hold below 593.83. That makes some good sense. Point of control. Previous point of control is right here, everybody. So where the 5-minute candle closed, where that break and retest entry was, right? Or right here, 593.83. We have got to stay below this if this is going to continue to sell through. That is the previous point of control where I want to see this hold up. Because we're at a bounce area right now. All right, we're at a bounce area. That's why again, just like the first trade, that's why we're majority out of the trade at this point. We want to obviously leave a runner behind to see if this keep pushing, but we are expecting some type of a pullback here, some type of a bounce, hence this large green candle you're seeing. So we're prepared just in case this comes all the way back to the entry. It's totally okay. 625. All right, taking that trim now. NQ. That's going to be 100 points for me. 100 points profit. 592 puts, 295. 295 on the 595. 592 puts. Wow. Tongue twister with the numbers there. Back to opening prints, guys. This is where the market opened up at. We're back to the opening print. So kind of would just leave it as it is. If for some reason you're still in this swing trade, just pick a spot where you want to stop out and profit and let the thing run, right? Let the thing run. Again, wouldn't be surprised if we got that gap fill at some point, right? Whether it's today or tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if we got up basically to 24,600. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. All right, guys. You guys absolutely crushed it today. 1% better every single day, right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Obviously I'll upload this live trade as well for you guys. All right. Peace out, everybody.